Hey everyone, Leon here, and this is episode 7. 4 days to go now. Hope you've been liking the series. Today, we talk about the precarious nature of lease transfers, and to stress Michael out a bit, I share a little horror story of what happens when leases fall through. We recorded this one at Arnold's with Scott Eddington, so we obviously talk food, including the Bunnings sausage sizzle as a defendable business model. It ties in, trust me. As always, you can reach us via email hello@pax.melbourne if you have anything nice or even not nice to say. Here comes episode 7. You guys ready to go?
Ready to go. Let's go.
So here we are, the lovely Arnold's. Thanks for having us in to have this chat, mate.
Welcome.
Yeah. Sonny, I've never eaten here, which is fucking crazy considering how well I know you and how well I know the business so intimately.
I mean, you don't eat.
That's true. I don't eat anyway.
It's the hardest part about hospitality. You never go out.
Yeah.
You're always in work.
Especially when you got 3 kids and you live in Eltham.
When you've got no kids, you still don't go out. So,
Hey, but you know what? I did, I'm pretty sure it was like close to your first-ish week. I sent a box of donuts to him after service one night just to show that I'm thinking about you.
everybody was so confused. Everybody just had the roughest day. And then this poor guy knocked on the front door at 11 o'clock with a box of donuts. And everybody's like, what the hell is this?
What the fuck is
It was
this?
very well received. Very well enjoyed.
Oh, man, it was so much harder than it needed to be as well when I placed the order to get it delivered, to go through like 2 different phone calls with the guy just to explain it. Anyway, worked out well in the end. Hey, so yeah, it's quite funny that we're just doing this over a podcast, which is kind of on brand for this whole podcast series. But
Yeah.
I haven't actually caught up with you in ages, Scott, and we haven't really had a good old debrief on pub activity because we've just been so...
Sorry, you know.
Man, I'm literally doing 3 audits at the moment. It's just wild how busy everything is. So
And the pub's coming up.
and the pub's coming up, and the podcast
It's coming
is
up
going
real
up.
fast.
Yeah. So it's I mean, to be fair though, I'm pretty low touch with it,
Yeah.
and it's been pretty impressive seeing how you guys have all just put it together. So it's usually in everything I've done over the last little while, I'm not really that hands on when it comes to this side of a business, but this is the first time I'm doing it with such a low amount of like stress or concern. Usually hasn't been with teams this good.
It helps. It helps.
Yeah.
It helps.
So anyway, I thought it'd just be a good opportunity. Like what we've been doing in the podcast is just doing this as a catch up and being like, cool, what are the headlines for the week? What's been happening? Any curveballs? Not that there's been any major ones, but we also haven't done a recording for a while. So
There's some stuff.
yeah. So maybe like just lay it on me, man. What's like? Why don't you lead it? What's been going on?
I mean, the last week has been hard just because we're waiting for the landlord to sign off on the transfer of the lease. And it's like, it's not a matter of if, it's just when.
Yep.
But it's just a little level of stress that we don't really
Yeah.
need. Or
Yeah.
I don't really need.
Yeah.
And, we're sitting here Thursday morning and we're meant to take keys on Sunday or officially Monday, but John, the current owner, is a legend in letting us in on Sunday.
As a landlord indicated where the holdup is.
No, not at all. Well, the holdup was originally around us having putting guarantees on the lease,
Mm-hmm.
but this was
All
just
done.
early December.
Yeah.
that happened.
Yeah.
And then I came back.
Done that now.
And then I came back and said, "Well, we'll just put it on there if you're gonna refuse it."
Mm.
And then that was 2 weeks ago, and now we're sitting here just waiting for them just
The
to tick
waiting
it off,
game.
which is painful because for us, I've got painters literally walking in the door on Monday,
Yeah.
both for the outdoor signage and for indoor painting,
Yeah.
and then I have to get the stage out Monday. I need to do all this. Essentially, my program starts, and if we miss that and stuff starts to shift, then we have issues around launching for media and all the on-flow from that. We've got staff starting next week, like Jamie starts on Monday
Yeah.
to get underway. So
You know what though? I'll say like transfer of lease, like they are the notorious part that hold things up.
100%. And like John and I have had a discussion, and essentially last night I drew up a side deed with him and his business partner to basically say they'll grant us access before the transfer of lease.
Yeah.
And will allow us to start our works with the very, very, very small chance that they say no to the transfer. Which is
Are you
not gonna
worried
happen.
at all that they might say no?
I mentally know.
Yeah.
But of course, there's a seed of like, the classic, but it could happen.
Door's always
Of course it could.
But if it does, it'd just be some sort of fine print reworking and...
It won't even be that. It'll just be them being slow and not ticking it off.
But he's closing on Sunday.
Exactly.
So
the current owners are like,
we can just paint on
we
Monday,
fucking need it. So that's the deal. It's like, you just keep paying rent. We'll pay you back that rent at whatever date it ends. For whatever crazy reason it doesn't get transferred, which is not going to happen, we have the right to go in and take out everything we've put in, right? Which is not going to be, it's furniture. Right? Can't take the paint back, but and then they'll be left with an empty pub. So it's just not going to happen.
Yeah.
But it's more for me about the program and getting open when we're saying we're going to be open, because I don't want to bleed. It's not so much the rent for an extra week, it's the people that we're going to have standing there going, hang on, we need to open this place and we're going to be paying wages.
So I'm in a very conflicting dilemma right now because obviously as a partner, a peer, a good mate of yours, I want to do everything I can to relieve your stress and give you peace of mind. But the purpose of this podcast is to be informative.
Yeah, please.
So I feel like I want to tell you a story.
Oh, yeah.
Might freak you out a little bit.
Why would you do this to me right now?
Well, should I or shouldn't I?
Fucking hell. Yeah, do it for the people, but I'm just not going to listen.
Yeah. So like I won't say any names here because this person I reckon will be listening, but very, very long time ago, I experienced this. Okay. So basically this guy had a site. It was going to be a little cafe, looked really good. Everything was good. He negotiated an absolute peach with the current owner and it was like, cool, just, waiting on the transfer of lease, which I didn't know that. He'd basically just been like, hey, I got to go overseas for this wedding. I can't, it's unavoidable, but while I'm gone, can you kind of get in there and start getting the transition happening and whatnot? I'm like, yeah, of course, no worries. So touch base with the current tenant, did all the things, and I just got cracking, right? Like got absolutely cracking. So like I'm talking gutted it.
Fucking know where this is going, yeah.
Repainted, installed the machine.
Yeah, I can see where this is ending up.
Literally got everything ready to just open the next day. And, and I did it all in like 4 days, right? It was pretty hectic. And then the tenant rings me, right, on like a Friday afternoon and he's just like, hey man, I just wanted to, I just popped by the site. And I'm like, oh yeah, it's looking, how do you like it, man? It's looking pretty good. He was like, no, yeah, it is looking good, but I'm a bit surprised at like how drastically you've started making changes when we haven't actually had the transfer of lease come through. And I was like, and that was how I found out that the transfer of lease hadn't come through. And I was like, what? And I'm like, fuck, I'll call you right back. And then I'm trying to get in touch with my mate, right, who was overseas. He's like, no, it hasn't gone through, but it'll be fine, right? It's just a transfer of lease. And I'm like, okay, and in the end, right, what happened was, so they couldn't refuse the transfer, but they could just fucking sit on it indefinitely, right?
Yeah.
And they just sat on it because I just had the suspicion.
But what? Like just to be...
No, because I had what I thought about. I was just like walking around in the site and I was thinking about it. And I was like, fuck, you know what? That site on the corner, there was a shop in between us, right? I was like, that site on the corner is primo for this area. And I'm like, that would be the space that you would want to put a cafe. But because these aren't connected, I'm like, it's got nothing to do with this site. But I knew they owned them both. And I was like, then I realised that the shop in between only went halfway into the dwelling. So you could knock out a back wall and then make it one big site. And I was like, you know what? They want it.
Yeah.
They got bigger plans. They want to do something. So they're just going to hang out my mate to dry. I'd starve him out, which is eventually what happened. And in the end, it was like, fuck, we got to get out. And it was so hectic, man. We literally got a van, went in there, fucking secret squirrel, unload, like basically, I don't know, maybe stole, depending on how you look at it, all our shit back.
Depending on how you look at it.
Returned your illegally put in possessions.
Yeah,
I reckon that's okay.
That's okay.
And then we never, I didn't lose any sleep over. I was like, this has to happen. And then it's going to get really fucking messy. And all of this guy's stuff that he's put money into is sitting in a building he might not have access to soon. So we just went in, ripped it all and bounced. But that tenant, man, I feel for him because he copped it. He was just like, well, now I'm fucking stuck here in a site I didn't build.
Yeah.
I can't really trade. Yeah. It was pretty bad. So anyway, I hope that gives you some peace of mind.
Great. Awesome. It's going to help me sleep tonight. My God.
But I mean, I have to say it, right? Because if someone's listening to this thinking, oh yeah, transfer of leases are fine,
Yeah.
maybe sometimes they're not.
Honestly, as I said, there is the seed of doubt that can happen. Like, of course. But the thing is, the landlords have already agreed to the contract of sale. So it's like,
Exactly.
why
and
would
in
you
this
agree to a
instance,
contract of sale without agreeing to
well,
the transfer of
why
lease?
this instance isn't the story I just told is
Yeah.
because they legit have an agent running.
Exactly.
Why the fuck would they engage
They
an
wouldn't allow
agent?
it. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I reckon you're good. It's just
They're fine. It's just time.
Putting
admin.
coverage and having like a little side agreement.
Exactly.
It helps everybody.
Yeah, and we can just move on with it. Everything else, as we've spoken about on the pod before, is done. Like the transfer of liquor license and all that stuff is underway. We had food inspection last week, passed with flying colours, which is great. And basically what that does is it triggers our ability to apply. This is something new I learned, is that the footpath trading doesn't carry over, weirdly.
Oh, what?
So you have to
Reapply.
reapply, even though it's an existing one.
Oh,
It's
got it.
kind of a transfer, but you can't apply for it until your food license is done.
For fuck's sake.
I was like, oh, great. So I'm doing that. But currently it's only 3 tables. And I've gone in for 6
Nice.
and see what they say.
Yeah.
Because there's plenty of space along that.
Yeah.
But that
road.
doesn't take as long as
No,
liquor
they
license,
should
which
just
is
tick
so
it off.
good.
And what about that front area, like where the corners intersect?
we can't do the corner.
We can't?
No, because the way it's always about how pedestrians can walk
I
around
see.
it.
Yeah.
And you can't go on the building.
Yeah.
And if we go away from the building, then you're essentially blocking that pathway.
Gotcha.
Well,
I'm kind of happy to hear that because that's where I was planning on parking my
your motorbike
over
every
there.
day. Yeah. But for us, if we get that pass and we double our seating at the front,
Oh, man.
because we're moving smokers from courtyard to front, then it just gives that capacity. Whereas at the moment, they just don't have that. So that'll be a win if we get that over.
It's going to make the courtyard so nice, moving it all outside.
Exactly,
It
and
smells so good.
opening it all up.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's where we're at. Like staff-wise, we're rocketing along, right? Like you're chatting to a lot of chefs.
I will have a roster in a week.
Fuck.
Which is
Really?
nuts. Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like we chatted a bit about it offline.
Yeah.
But just like, there's jobs out there, but there's not a heap of great jobs. And just kind of being able to confidently present something that's, the produce is going to be good, the vision's there, the consistency's there, the support's there, the pay's fair, and to be able to chat to people in confidence. So like you spend your years working and running other people's restaurants and you're like trying to hire somebody that that they're going to work fucking 60 hours a week. And you're just like, you just don't want to do it. And it's like so nice to be able to confidently put a great offer in front of people. So, and be able to sit there and build this nice team and have a really clear vision and do something really cool. So very exciting.
I mean,
Very
something else
exciting.
that I think is really cool and keep it in your back pocket in case you feel like it's appropriate to mention. But one thing I've been working on hard this week is bringing in an additional resource into PAX that is really elbow grease based in the HR culture space, predominantly in the learning and development aspect of it, right? So it's not someone who's going to be like, cool, come in and help us with, compliance and auditing. It's like, cool, I can just do all that anyway. But it's like, hey, we want someone who can come in and go, hey, all of our clients get out there and run workshops on recruitment, onboarding, growth and development, how to approach marketing, how to run, viable, successful partnership events, how to, run a forecasting template, you name it. So I think for staff, it's going to be awesome because you're basically going to have like free access to an academy.
Well, the growth side's always good because there is that thing like, everybody's like, well, the biggest position is that who's running it day to day, like that kind of head chef. And, everybody's like head chef or a sous chef that wants to kind of grow and climb. And it's like, cool, you say that, you hire a sous chef that wants to grow and climb, but then
Put him in the fire.
throw them in the fire and offer them actually no growth. So it's like, I've seen it so many times. So it's like, generally hiring that person that wants to take that next step is the right thing to do because you can give them a cleaner slate, let them grow in the way that they want to grow. but you got to put the work in with them. You
Mate,
know,
you
you
gotta
got to
set 'em
show
up
them
for
how to do
success.
it. You got to teach them because you can't just throw them.
But and to me though, what moves the needle the most on that is that, like, I've got this leadership and management program that I've been facilitating for close to 10 years now, and it's just so potent because it's like, man, you can get really stuck in all the basic technical skills of a job, and you know, an 8 out of 10 effort in that area isn't going to return as much return as a 4 out of 10 effort in the leadership space.
Yeah.
Irrespective of the industry. You know? So I think it'd be cool to be able to know that, like, hey, we're going to hire people that have aspirations to learn and grow. And then we're also going to give them access to like proven leadership management
The
programs.
actual skills to do it as well.
Yeah. It's pretty cool.
Very exciting and just kind of damn excited to crumb a schnitzel. Do you know, like,
I'm excited to eat that shit.
yeah, I came from running so many big restaurants and like massive teams, and it's always harder to put change in for the good in those positions. So coming from that to opening a single place where I'm the only chef, whereas like you can put your money where your mouth is, you can buy the right ingredients, you can do it well, and just doing a cool little simple pub with nice chicken from a single farm but yeah, still just making a schnitzel that's seasoned.
Yeah.
So excited.
I love that.
Excited.
Yeah.
This episode of the Pinnacle podcast is brought to you by Industry Kitchens. Now, if you don't know Industry Kitchens and you haven't yet met Tim Keenan, I'd strongly suggest you remedy that pretty quick, especially if you actually need anything in the kitchen world. I'm talking catering equipment, any kitchen equipment, commercial refrigeration, dishwashers. I mean, these guys literally have everything right down to chemicals and stuff that you need on the weekly. Now, why I rave about these guys is because it's not just about getting the right price, right? Like, where Tim adds a lot of value is he makes sure that you actually get the right product, okay? And that adds a whole ton of value on top of the actual price as well. So the biggest difference I've experienced with these guys over the years is that Tim's a chef. Often when you're dealing with sales reps in this sector, they might be really great salespeople and they've worked in sales for a long time, but they haven't actually worked in kitchens. So with Tim, you're getting someone who can bridge the gap between what you know about your product and your kitchen and what you might not know about opportunities in terms of equipment, even right down to sizes and dimensions and options. So pretty much anyone who consults Tim is going to save money, not just on equipment, but through just better efficiency and logistics. I've recommended Tim to a bunch of people over the years, and every single time it comes back with the most glowing endorsement. So if you need anything at all, highly recommend you find these guys and get in touch. Put them on your radar, and I promise you won't regret it. Thanks to Industry Kitchens. You've been an amazing sponsor of the show. Did you guys talk about my kids menu concept?
We haven't. We need to talk about it.
I was waiting for this.
Yeah,
I was
come
waiting
on.
for something. I was waiting for something.
I'll put a caveat on it. There's stuff on your menu you're just going to be able to use to do this. So
Talk to me.
You're fine.
All right, so
From Summer's got 3 kids. What are we doing for a kid's menu?
okay, so like I said at the start, very low touch on this side of things. This is probably the only input I'll ever have into any type
product.
of culinary. Yeah. But here's my customer insight as a customer of 3 kids trying to dine out, right? The kids menu, what comes with a kids menu is a shitload of anxiety that people and parents out there aren't willing to consciously admit to, but they fucking feel it every time.
Tell me more.
And it's really acute, and it's concentrated to about a 12-minute time frame from the moment you order to the moment the food arrives at the table, okay? And what this anxiety is, which, you know, in about 4 or 5 years you'll experience this yourself firsthand.
Yeah.
Is like, okay, so think of it this way, right? You go to a pub, you're going to go out to dinner in heavy quotes because that is a completely different definition when you're doing it with kids. And you go and first thing you need to do, if you want to have any semblance of a conventional pub experience, you need to get the kids sorted, right? Parents that don't do that like, mate, no one's winning, all right?
So is Pax parenting advice now? Is what we're trying to
We could have a pretty good one.
All right,
I mean, 6 kids between us.
that's not, that's pretty
start
true.
a sideshow?
Maybe a spin-off.
yeah.
Bring happy hour back.
Yeah.
All right, so I'll cut to the chase, right? So you go in, you get the table, you get everyone sat at the table, blah, 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 and then you got to figure out what everyone's going to eat, right? So you'll get the kids' menu, and the kids' menus are pretty normal. No one's going to do anything too adventurous out there, right? It's like, all right, the burger, the whatever. And you place the order, and then then the anxiousness starts, right? Because from the moment you place the order till the time the food arrives at the table, you're just going, fuck, I hope this works, right? What I don't want to happen is that they put the burger down, but there's like black sesame seeds on the bun, and now my kid's not going to eat it.
Yeah. Yeah.
This happens all
Something
the time.
as simple as that derails your whole evening.
There you go. Night's done now, right? And it's just like, yeah, you're in trouble at this point. So I had this idea.
I know where this is going.
Do you want to have a stab, or do you want me to just go?
Like the kids' meal is like a meze plate, separating ingredients, and they build their own.
Okay, you're on the right track. You are
close.
full on the right
I
track.
can see it.
Okay, but what I'm saying is that take the staples that you eat at home
Yes.
and just have them available as a safety net, right? So it's like at home, everyone is going to do this at least 4 times or so a week for their kids, is that their dinner's going to comprise of a bowl of pasta with some butter in it, some chopped up carrot sticks, a couple of chicken nuggets, just some things that you know you can rely on, right? And just put them on the menu super fucking cheap, right? It's all ready ahead of time. You can just bust it out anytime. And then they can still get the burger, but you've got the backup, right? And then the other thing is that if you then also do have that family, because I'm representing one particular segment, right? That like if I'm going to take my kids out, it's probably going to be a La Paqueta-ish type place that I'm going to feel comfortable in.
Yeah.
But there's other crew out there that laugh their head off at me because they take their kids out to fucking 2-hat restaurants and shit. Yeah. And their kids, know the difference between certain grades of caviar. And so you got to cater for them too, right?
Yeah.
So if you have the staples, then you can go a bit adventurous with a couple of dishes on the kids' menu that they could be like, yeah, I'm going to get down with that.
I don't hate it. I don't hate it.
You're already going to have some of the stuff on the menu. So it's just like
My thoughts of it always is make it as simple, less decisions and fast.
Yeah.
Like that's always the thing for it is it's like if a kid's order comes in before even cooking anything else, that's going out.
Yeah.
Just get them fed and then give them a bowl of free ice cream later and let them do hot laps around the pub. Yeah. Sick.
I'll tell you the other element though is like even if you think about it as an upsell thing, right? Think about it. If you're going to the counter and you're going, all right, we'll grab, you got 3 kids. You're like, we get the burger, the fish and chips, and the whatever the third generic dish is. And you see that for like $5 you can get a little bowl of buttered pasta, or for $5 you can get a little bowl of, chopped veggies. You're just going to chuck it in.
Yeah, yeah.
You're not even going to think about it. You're just going to go, yep, I'll grab
and it
that
comes
too.
out in 8 seconds.
Yeah.
Stoked.
I'll put it on the Blackboard specials menu.
Okay.
Done.
Cool.
Easy.
Love it.
Naked special.
Love it.
But no, it's great. Like it's good because it's those things where it's like minimum effort.
Yeah.
Minimum effort from the kitchen.
But maximum value at the table for that very specific segment.
Doing a plate of buttered pasta,
I mean, literally.
so damn easy.
Yeah. Yeah.
And the fact that you can order it, we can smash it out in seconds and gives, somebody peace of mind.
Yeah.
It's a winner. It's a win.
I mean, I've actually considered taking a bag of these things to the pub.
Can you just cook
But I just don't want to be that guy.
You're really going to be that guy.
I don't want to be that guy.
not.
Today's community announcement is brought to you by Industry Kitchens. Melbourne Shiatsu, founded by Dan Frankel, is a truly special place in the heart of Fitzroy. Dan has 15,000 hours of practice as a manual therapy practitioner, and he specialises in client-centred and process-oriented sessions. Melbourne Shiatsu is a real hub for a lot of pretty amazing therapies, but I only know Dan's work firsthand, and I honestly swear by it. If you've never had a Shiatsu treatment, I highly recommend you go see Dan. You'll be in great hands, pun intended.
While we're rolling with ideas, you want me to drop
The new idea.
of the episode on you?
All right. Give it to me.
Ready for
Give it
it?
to us. Yeah.
Sure. Let's go.
So-
I'm always excited. I like your ideas.
To give you a little bit of context, though, so far they've been mostly hits. I feel like they've all landed pretty
Pretty
well.
well, yeah.
They do require some explanation,
Yeah.
as you would probably expect from me.
Yeah. And usually extra work for me in the need to,
Well, this
far
one
future.
might not be any extra work for either of you.
Oh, I like this.
Okay, so
I like this already.
okay, so
I don't believe it.
Yeah.
But yeah, let's see.
so no, I swear to God, it won't. It will, except for maybe for the only work it'll be is that it might result in a shitload of volume, which is a nice problem to have.
That's one.
Okay, hear me out. What if we were to model the structure of our steak night on the same model that Bunnings use for their sausage sizzle?
What's that model?
Okay,
What do you mean? Charity.
yeah. So what Bunnings do for the sausage sizzle is they go, hey, local footy club, sausage sizzle is yours this week. All the profit that you make from it goes to you, but you come and service it and you come and do it and you just get a slice of that action and it really helps the community. So imagine we did that for our steak night. A portion of our profits goes to a local community organisation,
Yeah.
and they can turn up on the night and talk to people about their cause. I mean, they're the other benefit, right, is they're going to turn up with fucking 50, 60 people.
I mean, that is the benefit.
Yeah. And it doesn't really benefit us because we're not
My
going to make any
forecast
profit.
takes a bit of a hit. My forecast takes a hit.
But, I mean, pillar of the community, we're doing something cool, we're helping people
investors
out.
are like, listen to this podcast, go, motherfucker.
Well, I mean, even if it wasn't all the profits and it was a portion, right? That's still pretty fucking cool.
Yeah.
Like if you're the local football club and you're like, oh man, awesome, we get to get a slice of like
Sure.
the steak night in 3 weeks. Every fucking player is coming in that night.
Sure.
Like it'll book out, you know, and it's like, and they get to actually tell people what they're doing.
Yeah.
Like I'm not saying stop service and put a stage up and that, but yeah, they
Put a
can,
stage up. There's a stage there now. We just leave the stage.
but they can work the room, go from table to table, have a little yarn. I was out at the pub in Queenscliff the other week, and it was so funny because there was this, like, I don't know how she was connected to the pub. She would have been close to 80, definitely not an owner, but she was walking around selling raffle tickets.
Huh?
And I was like, how is this?
Who is this? Yeah.
This isn't making sense to me because you don't work here. And it was just the meat tray. So I was like, I gotta get to the bottom of this. And so I went and found her after a while and I was like, hey, how are you connected to this whole thing? And she was like, oh, you know what? So the proceeds from the meat raffle are actually going to my fucking, I don't know, I tuned out, but it was like Rotary Society or something like that she's run. I was like, that's pretty fucking dope. And it was really, really quaint because you just had this lady, like she's walking around to each table. She's like, oh, hey guys, just, you know, do you want to buy some? Look, I don't know how to use this thing here, but it just made the night so much better to have someone stumbling around.
We literally just were talking about meat trays and meat raffles and veg raffles, and it's a thing.
I love half of it.
Okay, yeah.
I fucking love half of it.
Give me your feedback.
So I've got two things to say.
Yeah.
My brother went to something very similar to this, paid money going to charity, which is great,
Yeah.
for a poorly cooked shit steak.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is why it's a sausage sizzle.
Yeah.
This is why they're not.
No, but we'll still cook it. Remember, they're getting profits, not the
No,
work.
no, I know. And it's like, I think, like, there's a little wine bar in Kensington that's had this idea for a hot minute and has been working out how to do it. So I'll proceed very carefully but taking the Bunnings model of adding to your already business to help a charity get a leg up is bloody cool. And not enough people do it.
Totally.
And a lot of people do events and pop-ups in their business that are a lot of work and people put in energy and people get around it. And outside of a handful of people that I know of who are good friends of mine that do this for like good charity projects and they donate everything to it.
Yeah.
But offering our space, like i.e. putting some barbecues in the courtyard and letting a charity come and grill sausages,
Oh, yeah.
it allows us to add a bit of theatre, do the right thing.
Yeah, that's cool.
Engage to the community instead of, you know, like I guess your way of doing it is it's like if you're saying we do the steak night once a month and we still cook the steak and we still do this, you may as well just donate 10% of it. You may as well just go, hey, for the month for the month of January, we're going to donate 1% to this company. And do you know what I mean? So
the difference is that
they're bringing 50 people in.
Well, not just that. Well, yes,
Yes.
but also it's taking away from the transaction and it's creating that relationship, right? Where they can be there on the night. They feel a sense of ownership. They can think about it.
They're not attached to it if we're cooking and we're they're just going to stand behind the bar and take the order.
Yeah.
Like the attachment of a sausage sizzle is you're seeing them sizzle your sausage. You're chatting to them. You're watching it. We've all had a good sausage and a bad sausage from Bunnings.
That's true.
But
I don't think I have had a bad one.
I've had
I've had some
ones
shocking
before.
ones.
100%. 100%. Depends what time you go. But I think I think it's a fantastic idea, and I think that it's a way that, because, the crux of it is it still needs to be, we can't send our business to profit somebody else's, because we need to have a profitable business.
Yeah.
So that we're there next year to do it again.
Yeah, for sure.
So, but, I think adding the theatre of it is
Why don't
really
you
cool.
take the idea of where you got it from? And that's what we do. So it's like the meat tray is the raffle, as in like is the donation.
Yeah.
And we do
And they
that.
can do that.
And like we're talking about just over email, literally last night, you were talking about a veg box
Instead of a meat tray. Love that idea.
And one of our lovely legend investors is a co-owner at Farmer's Pick.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So it's like pretty easy layup there to get a box of veg a week,
Massive.
sponsored by them,
Massive.
and then we choose a charity. Great.
Love it. Okay. So, but look,
Something like that.
for me, the pitch here wasn't to land the plane and lock a date in for this. It was just to get a foot in the door.
Yeah.
So I'm happy that there's an opportunity to workshop this.
I like it.
I think if you're going to bring up ideas of that, you also want to try and land the plane.
What do you mean?
Put a date on it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, fuck yeah.
Fuck.
I'm sorry, but like if you're going to have good ideas
Okay.
from somebody that's had their life full of good ideas, saying them out loud and doing nothing about them, and you know me for a long time, and so you know this is very true. I reckon next time I see you, put a date on it and we'll make it happen. Because I think that's the thing, is it's like, I really, like we love the area that the pub is. We love the people that live there, and we want to be a community backbone for it.
And there'll always be a cause.
As you've always said to me, like this kind of northern star of why you get out of bed every day to do it,
Yeah.
and making sure that this pub is clean, consistent, welcoming. It's got a bit for everybody. Putting a charity day once a month, or let's start a bit easier, once a quarter, and just go, cool, it's done. This is what we do, and we'll deal with it later in the future. And it might be a sausage sizzle, or it might be veggie box raffles that day, or it might be, dare I say, $15 spritzers.
Yeah.
$5 of it goes to this charity this week. Bring all those charities down, get a picture,
Yeah.
enjoy it.
Well, in my mind, I was like, this would definitely be a get the foundation set up and then build. Like, so I'm thinking, wait 6 months. You can just go. Well, no, but you made a good point before, which I hadn't thought about, which is that you have to
Go do it.
You're actually chanting now to make this idea. We also don't want to make a promise of something that we can't then do viably.
Agree.
Yeah.
So, I think it's just, and I'll say it from my experience. We opened here, Arnold's, the week before with 1,000 great ideas, and we're like, we're gonna do it, right? We're gonna fucking do it. It's gonna be so good. 3 weeks in, when I was cooking 80 hours a week and not sleeping, a few of those things went off the railways really fast.
Yeah.
At the end of this year, we did a big we sat down with the whole team. We just printed off every single element of this business. We went back to 3, 4, 5 years ago when we wrote our first menu. We went through business plans, we went through P&Ls, we went through what we put into it, what we take out of it, what we wanted to achieve, what we didn't achieve, and why we didn't achieve it.
Yeah, wow.
And everything else, I would say 90% of it I was so stoked with. There was a few little things that I was like, I wish we could have done that better. And there was just those 11th hour calls where we decided not to do something that I look back now thinking that we wish we just pushed a little bit harder and stood on it.
Right.
And one of them was a charity event.
Yeah, right. Okay.
One of them was that thing, because it's just so easy to have a great idea like this.
Yeah.
Get 3 months in, everybody's doing 60 hours, pubs peaking. It's so busy. Everybody's loving what we're doing. and then we can just kind of let it slip.
Falls by the wayside.
And then all of a sudden we're talking about this in a year and a half's time, doing a retrospective and going, what's the one thing we wish we could have done? So I will say, land the plane,
Okay.
put a date in it, walk away, work it out. And it could be as simple as, the first Sunday of the month we do this.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be promising the world because you don't want to overpromise and underdeliver. But I think putting it in as a core value of a community element and sticking to it is good.
Well, what I'll do then, rather than land the plane on a date, I'll just land the plane with accountability and say I'll just be the project lead to make
There you
sure
go,
this
Michael.
happens.
It's all you now.
And there it is. You said you.
Yeah, I said I can do it. I can be like, you know what, maybe for all of these dumbass ideas I put forward, I can just say, look, you know what, I'll roadmap them.
Yeah.
Create a little backlog and I'll make sure that they see the light of day. I need to find some way to contribute operationally into this project. All right, what else is there? Because I haven't even been tracking time here, but we probably should start wrapping it up soon.
Yeah.
Any other headlines?
No, PR goes out next week, which is exciting. We're dropping this podcast, which is going to be confusing when you're listening to it right at this episode, but this would have dropped and been going. And we're releasing it over 10 days, not over a longer period, which is pretty cool.
Just one a day.
Yeah, real hard and fast. That's it. We've got to get in there.
I looked at
itching.
I looked at your 2-week roadmap of the work that needs to get done.
Yeah. How you feeling?
Oh, I'm working at my other restaurant, so I'm okay.
The question is,
I'll
are
be
you
there in
going to
the
be
mornings.
okay?
I'll be there in the mornings and late nights. What do you reckon the thing you're most excited to do, and what is the one thing you just I've got to do that, and I don't want to do that, but I know I have to.
Great question. I was thinking about this in the shower this morning.
Because I reckon the team can pitch in a little birthday present and take that one job off your hands.
Yeah, if someone takes this off my hands, I'll be fucking stoked. So the one thing I'm most excited about is getting the stage out. Because that's
opening that front door.
Opening that front door. That's the main thing that needs to get done next week. So the painters can come in and it just will suddenly
change the layout of everything.
Exactly. And pull the curtains down. They're the two things.
Yep.
And then the thing I'm dreading is the toilets. So they're the big problem, not dirty, they need a good clean, of course.
I'll bring my gloves in a gurney.
Yeah, but they need to be painted, which I haven't included in the painter's schedule because of cost and time, right? Which is silly, but only I did that because I was unsure of what we had to really do in there at time of engaging the painters. If they're a half a day faster than they think they're going to be, which they have left a bit of lag, maybe they could just jump in there and do it. But there's a fundamental thing around that toilet when you go to the courtyard. It's got that weird timber little swing door.
It'll be such a...
I need to smash that out.
It'll be
and I need to put a door on.
Okay.
Putting the door on, the only issue is the sink is outside of the door.
Oh, yeah.
So I need to get a plumber to bring that around as well and work out how to fuck it. That's the bit that I'm like, it can happen and work, but I just haven't thought through it enough. And I haven't been in there to be like, right,
Okay.
I'm just going to be the guy that does this.
Yeah.
And everything I look at in there, it's like, oh, that's a 1 hour job. That's another 1 hour job. That's another 1 hour job. Because overall, it's nothing crazy.
Sure.
But when you add all those 1 hour jobs up, you're like, fuck.
Yeah,
there's a
yeah.
lot.
We did all the bathrooms here
Yeah.
that have been sitting, I think, used and untouched for a year and a half.
Yeah.
And it's rough. But the sense of pride of
Getting it. Yeah.
every time somebody comes up to me and goes, oh, the bathroom's really nice here. You got little napkins and ace off. It's like, yeah, we did that. It's good.
Yeah.
Did you tile them yourself?
Half of them, yeah.
Yeah.
New vanities,
Just paint
just clean paint, new tiling, move basins around, new vanities, new toilet seats.
Yeah.
A lot more waterproofing.
Yeah.
New doors, the worst thing about building, putting doors
Doors
on.
is the worst job.
I don't even
I hate it. And I'm really bad at it. That's why I'm annoyed about this job, because I'm like, I can put a hole in the wall successfully.
If you
Hanging
want.
a door.
Yeah, but hanging a door is so painful.
If you want what I've got going for cheap, it's about 70 litres of bright blue paint.
You're guilty.
Lots
Bright
of-
blue.
Yeah, when we built this,
Very seaside.
Lost saw a house in Mexico City. that was like sky blue.
Yeah.
And took a photo of it from like the outside with this blue sky behind it. And we're like, it's amazing. And we painted the roof blue. And the difference of having blue have light touch it and in shadows and curves
Yeah.
looked like the Cookie Monster had like died on the roof. So now I've got 60, 80 litres of blue paint that I'm trying to offload at somebody. So if you want a blue bathroom, let me know.
Could be the option.
Yeah.
Might work in a pub.
Yeah.
Hey, we got to wrap this up because I've got to get to my next meeting. And I was meant to be on a call 20 minutes ago.
Well,
All right. Thanks, lads. Good chat.
Thank you.
Peace.
Thank you so much for listening to the Pinnycast. We're super stoked to be bringing this series to you, so we hope you found it informative. We would love to hear from you. We'd love some feedback. Any thoughts you have around how we're going about it would be really, really welcomed. So hit us up at hello@pax.melbourne and we will definitely be all ears and we'll respond. Lastly, I just want to say massive thanks again to Industry Kitchens, to Posterboy Media. Without them, none of this would be possible. So yeah, massive, massive shout out. We're really looking forward to bringing you more. Cheers.